What?
Nothing. You're live. You're live. Hi, you guys. We're live.
Now we're alive. There we go.
I tried telling them without freaking out, but how you guys doing? You guys are tuned in to Stay Fishy Friday yet again. Hope you guys got your drinks and you are ready to have some fun tonight.
Us. You want to start this off with the drinking word of the day?
Don't even know what it is, so go for it.
You gotta choose Josh, guys. He's a little down in the dumps. He's not feeling well, but got any suggestions for the drinking word? Ouch.
You can't tease them with, do you want to tell them the drinking word and then don't have a drinking word? Come on now.
100K?
That was
or congrats?
Suggestion. That was my suggestion.
Congrats. How about that? All right. The drinking word tonight is congrats. Now, let's go real quick onto the Tracy thing so that we can get into the meat and potatoes of everything. Tracy had to go back to the hospital. She had a infection, and actually, it was just her temperature. It was going up and up and up, and I put ice in a. Everyone's saying 100K. It kept on climbing. So when it got to 101.5, and now at this point I already had an ice pack on her neck in the side of a wash rag. I had a towel on her chest with ice bags on there, and I had one under her back too. And she still was climbing. So I had to call the doctor. The doctor said, "Did you see that?" The doctor said, "Go ahead and just call him or bring her in." So I had to take her in. Well, they found out that she has an infection in her lungs again, and they had to give her antibiotics and all that. Well, they got the fever down and everything's fine, and she'll be coming back home soon. But here's what I'm thinking: there is a suction tool, and it's sterile, and from the hospital you use it once and you throw it away. The companies here will only give me so many a month, so I have to use them 3 times each, the respiratory nurse told me. I put on my gloves, I grab it, I use it, I rinse sterile water through it, and then I roll it back up and put it back in its sterile packet. I'm thinking it's from that, because you're reusing this thing 3 times. If there's any way that some sort of bacteria is going to get down in her lungs, it's got to be from that thing. So I've been looking into eBay and seeing if I can buy more myself to where I can just use it once and throw it away, and eliminate that as an option is happening. But she'll be coming home soon. Is that for calling you pumpkin?
Yeah.
He just deleted a message. So you guys get that? Anybody calls him pumpkin but Dad, he's going to delete the messages.
That'll be a no from me. Alrighty. So that brings you to the end of your mom update? I don't think so.
What else do I gotta say?
I don't even think you told him that she went back to the... Never mind.
I did. I just got done telling him that. Where were you?
I don't know. I didn't think you were done with the story.
Yeah, she's back in the hospital. She'll be back home soon.
Alright, we're going to go and catch up on some of the super chats that came before the show started.
And then we can talk about this latest rescue that was just so funny. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, it was nasty, smelly. Oh God. Terrible. Alright, you can
it's not on
talk
here.
some. Yeah, they got pushed back.
Okay, our chat only goes back so far on the computer, so Josh has to look it up on the...
Every time.
Does it?
Alright, so we've got the ARG Blue for $5. She said, congratulations on 100K, Big Rich and Josh.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for y'all. Hashtag Team Tracy and hashtag drinking word here.
So whatever the drinking word was, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
What did we come up with?
100K or congratulations.
Yeah, everybody's going to say congrats so much tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. We're only going to talk about 100K a couple times.
So we got Adele Parkinson for $8. She said, "So proud of your hard work. Well done, and congrats on 100K subs.
Thank you,
Here's
Del.
to the next milestone and many more videos to come. Hashtag Team Tracy and hashtag Mod Squad."
Yes, Mod Squad.
And of course, we've got, you guys remember Jim Sheasley. He just sent that care package to my dad not too long ago.
3 bottles of vodka.
He chimed in for $25 and he said, "Hey, drink up and stay fishy."
Here's to you, Jim. Thank you, buddy.
Jinx, you owe me a drink.
I bought that one. Just drink it up.
All right, so we got Jim Sheasley again for another $10.
No way.
And he said, "Adele, you rock."
Uh-oh, someone's got a crush. Nah, Jim's a heck of a guy.
All right, now we can.
I was on it for you. I left it on the Julie one.
Okay, so we
I had you set up, son.
All right,
You're a
my
little,
bad.
when you're sick, you kind of get out of it, don't you?
No, I don't believe in other people. I trust myself.
Oh, come
Julie
on, you can
Fleming.
believe in Dad.
So we got Julie Fleming for $5. She said the drinking word should be pond.
That's
Yeah,
what I suggested first, but
we use it all the time.
We
We've
have used it before.
pond like 3 times. You gotta be unique. Give a little bit of a change of pace, and have some fun
besides,
with it.
Julie, thank you for the $5, and we hit 100K today. That means consume.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about this pond.
Oh my
Now you
God,
want
that
to.
was the funniest situation ever. This poor guy. Yeah, I don't know where that. There it is. This poor guy. He's in his pajamas and his slippers, going to the bank drive-through, and I had just put a post on Facebook. You know, last minute, is that, can anybody help us today with this pond? Nobody replied, nothing. So it was just me and Josh. We're in our van. We're loaded up. Josh don't want to be there. Josh don't want to do this. He's not been feeling good lately, and y'all are saying he looks tired and blah blah blah. He's been sick. So, anyways, we get there, or we're on our way there, and then I get this message from Ken. "Hey, we're right behind you." And I'm like, "Oh, awesome." Ken saw the thing, and he's right here with us, you know, blah blah blah. So he pulls up next to us at the light, and I'm like, "Bro, man, that's awesome you." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "That's awesome you to come out and, you know, want to do the pond with us." And he's like, "I'm on my way to the bank. I don't know what you're talking about. You just pulled out in front of us." And I'm like, "Oh, it was just a coincidence thing." And he goes, "Yeah, but I'll help you on the pond. How far away is it?" I'm like, "About an 1/8 mile down the road." And he goes, "Oh yeah, shoot me the address. I'll go to the bank and I'll meet you there." Biggest mistake this man has ever done in his life. Oh my God, it was so funny. So he shows up, and you know,
I wish he wouldn't have, because then we would have seen this guy out there.
I would have had to have gotten it.
But continue.
So we go there, and I'm like, "Well, there's a couple different ways. We're talking plans and strategy," and he's like, "Screw it, I'll just get in." And he takes off his slippers and starts walking. I'm like, "Ken, no." I don't think we got this on camera, but I'm like, "Ken, no, stop walking. It's going to get real muddy real quick." He goes, I don't mind." And he takes one more step and goes, whoop, like 3 foot down. It was hilarious. I had to get the camera and start videoing him. I couldn't believe it. I was having so much fun on that video.
Yeah, he was. We weren't. It was nasty, muddy.
Oh, it smelled so bad.
Had this sediment from the last 20 years. Everything sharp and cutting your feet up. It smells the high heavens, and
you can see on the video, I'm telling Ken, I'm like, "Dude, walk this way." And he turns and he walks straight towards the pond. It's only going to get worse. I'm like, "No, don't go that way. Walk towards me." And he took one step and he's like, "Ah," and he turns back around and he goes back towards me.
but at least it was the last pond rescue of the season. So you guys aren't going to see any of them for quite a while.
Look at them bags, people. Look at them bags. That's horrible. But, you know, with Tracy gone to the hospital now, I got a full night's sleep last night. Unbelievable. I slept in my bed. First time in a couple months. I've been sleeping on that couch, and, you know, just, it's been killing me. And I'm thinking my back is just acting up more. But it was that couch, because I feel great today after sleeping in my bed all night. So, Yeah, it's something else.
Alrighty, so we got ANG for $20, and she said, "Congrats, guys, so well deserved, and I'm excited to see you hit your next 100K. Hashtag Team Tracy. Hashtag OFR rocks. A bunch of fish emojis." And she said, "Oh, did I say congrats?"
Drink up, guys. Thank you, Ange. I appreciate that.
All right, so what's topic of discussion for tonight?
I don't know. Let's answer people's questions. We really never get to them much, you know what I'm saying? My hair's sticking out in the back right here.
It's a personal problem. Cut it.
I don't want to cut it. You see how this guy treats me, guys? Oh, jeez.
Well, here, let me go ahead and jump on
I
here.
thought Big Rich was going to pee his pants lap. So did I. I had tears just running down my face. I couldn't breathe. It was so funny. I was losing it. And I can't even watch it now. I'm trying to edit the video. I'm laughing, busting out myself in the... Oh, my goodness. It was funny. Someone says, "Hi, SC. Is SC Aquatics here?"
Yes, he is.
Hey, what's up, buddy? I ain't seen you in a while.
All right. I'm
Bearded Fish Keeper's here.
in the chat now.
Okay. Josh is on.
So we got Metalhead Prime for $20. He said, "Awesome job getting past that milestone, you guys. Congrats."
Yep. There's to you. Thank you very much.
All right, let's look for some questions. Yes, poor Ken. That's going to be a hashtag for tonight. Poor Ken.
Okay, Ethan Frazier says, "Hey, Big Rich and Josh, congratulations on the 100K subscribers. I have a... Oh, that's... I guess you guys got to consume on that. I have a serious question. I received a 125-gallon aquarium, and there are cracks in the top and bottom rim brace of the aquarium." Okay. That's all. You can buy new tops for it, bracing. You can also just basically just put some silicone in there if the plastic comes off and put it back on. All them tops are to protect the glass, and the tank sits on the plastic rim on the bottom. So if it's missing in a section, you got extra weight in that one section. You should put it back, silicone it in place, and you'll be fine. If it's cracked, it don't matter. As long as it's there is the point that matters. I've taken it, and I had one that was all cracked up. I took a roll of black duct tape and went around it and covered over all the cracks. It looked better. Wasn't store-bought beautiful, but it did look better than all the cracks. And the tank lasted for a long time.
So we got the Mulleted Aquarius for $2. Said, "Congrats, guys. The drinking word should be mullet."
We'll use that another night. Right now, everyone's talking about the 100K, and everybody's congratulating us. Oh, there you go. Consume again. That's what we made it for tonight.
So, for those of you looking at this background behind us, yes,
Yeah, nobody said nothing about it.
This is the monster pond, but I want to let you know that is a 4.5-foot gar right there. That's a big
boy.
fish. So just so you can get a little bit of a size comparison here on some of these fish.
That piece that's sticking out of the water, that's 5.5 foot tall. Any other pieces we can see? If I can move the background, let me go to it. The pool pond right here.
The pond's 25 foot wide.
Yeah, that's 25 foot wide. Let me see what else we got here.
You gotta stop moving the background, buddy.
No, it's just tripping them out. I can just sit here and do this. Ooh.
Terrible. Alright, so we got SC Aquatics for $5. He said there's ponds in Florida that need rescued, warm weather, and jet skis.
Let's go. You going with us, Steven?
I haven't seen him in a while. He was supposed to make it up here.
Yeah, he's hanging out with his real friends nowadays.
So we got Roger Dillon for $5. He said, "Congrats, my buddies. Silver play 100K is so amazing.
Yes.
Congrats on the new fizzle fade, Josh. Congrats to my boy Gio on his sixth birthday. Hashtag Mod Squad. Well, happy
Happy birthday, Gio.
I can't talk today, guys.
Yeah, well, you've been sick. It's okay. We like it better when you don't talk anyway. All right. Sammy Davis Jr. says, nice shot of the pool, guys. Thank you. I just went and did that today. I don't like how it's kind of like glary. So, I'm going to have to wait till a different time of the day to get the glare out of there and get a better shot, and much more clear. I did it in Ultra HD. What was that, 3,000 something by 2,000 something? So it should come in nice and clear and see-through, but it's kind of, you see all this whiteness over here from the sunlight coming in and shining through.
But that's something that does bring out, colors in the fish you're not used to seeing in the natural sunlight. Pretty neat. We got I Hate Stupid People chimed in for $2, and she just said vibes.
Vibes?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I hate stupid people, and thank you very much. Ethan says, the same guy that asked about the crack tank, or crack rim of the tank, says, would you recommend plastic weld or glue or welding plastic together? You can use model glue. You can use, hot glue gun is fine. Whatever, you can. I just use hot glue is what I do. So, it's an aesthetic thing. And once you get done and you see all this glue dripping and glue, it's just going to look terrible, You can take black contact paper, which is kind of semi-gloss, and then cut a strip the whole length of your front and put that on there. Look a lot better than the black tape method. After you, glue it together and all that.
So we have Rob Schilling for $10. He said, winter is coming. I have a floating rock heater. Pond is deep. Can I shut off the waterfall? Hashtag Team Tracy.
Ooh, that's rough, because if your floating heater isn't enough.
No, wait. He said the pond is deep. If the pond is deep enough to where it's not going to freeze all the way through,
well, you need
usually about 4 feet at least.
Well, it depends if he's up north or down south. Around us, the frost line is 32 inches. So basically, if I don't have my nothing running, no heater, no nothing, the pond wouldn't freeze, because the water at the bottom. But you always want to have like an air bubbler on or something to keep the ice, unfrozen at the very top. Because then the air bubbler brings up the warmer water from the bottom and it keeps a big section unfrozen. Because gases build up under the ice and then that'll kill your fish. So you need some sort of way. Your heater should be able to keep at least the inside of the heater open to where no gas can build up inside the pond. So you should be okay there. If you're at least 3 foot deep, it shouldn't freeze over, and then that heater's keeping the top open to where it don't freeze over solid. You should be okay.
I hope that answers your question.
And that'll be shallower the more south you get from Ohio. Ours is 32 inches. I think Kentucky's like 28 inches, something like that, or 20, 10, 15, something. I don't know what it is. You have to look up for your area what the freeze line is.
Alrighty. So we got Kathy Murphy for $28. Said, meant to send you some congrats. You are the best people on YouTube. XXOO.
Well, thanks,
thanks,
you.
Kathy.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's so nice to see all the people. We got this milestone here, and they're so just happy for us that we've broken that milestone, and now you guys are all wanting us to reach the next one.
You know what the next milestone is? It's a big jump. It's 100,000. It's 1 million. You don't set a milestone for 200,000. That's just going to come.
It's a $500,000 and then $1 million.
You think? Okay, so our next goal is a $500,000, but you don't get nothing for it. You get a silver plate or a silver play button, and then at $1 million you get a gold. So at $1 million, we'll be making enough through the YouTube money that we won't even have to worry about bills no more. It'll just pay for itself, and we'll have extra money to go on rescues. We can buy a nice van and drive all over the United States rescuing whatever we want.
Flying there and shipping them back. Alright, so we got I Hate Stupid People again for $5. She said, congrats on the 100K. Hashtag Team Tracy.
Thank you so much. And I love that hashtag Team Tracy thing.
And
if she only knew how much she was loved around the world, you know, she would love to be here. She would sit here and just eat that up, wouldn't she?
Sure would. Oh, and you guys are going to have a special treat soon. There's someone that you all know and love. He is sending us a package. So you guys are gonna want to see what's inside said package. So that will be coming probably next week.
So exciting. So exciting. Samuel Magi Lucas says 3840 by 2160 is 4K. Yes, that's the setting I used. So that's 4K behind us, but you know, it's just, I don't know. You got to tell me what it looks like on your big TVs. I see it on, you know, phone and computer. It don't look no different to me.
We got SC Aquatics for $5 again. He said, I'll bring the drone up and do some video around the place. Maybe his weather is good next weekend.
That's great because we've got the pond. We need some drone footage of that and the yard and you know, all that. So that would be awesome. Heck yeah. We've got Reaper coming tomorrow and Will Star. And who else is coming? Nate Bartram. We're going to be running 2 crews tomorrow. I'm going out to that same pond. Oh, Ken, Reaper's son. That guy Ken that was stuck in the mud. He's going back to the pond with us. So me, Will Star, Reaper, and Ken are going to the pond. Josh is going to have Nate and who else coming tomorrow?
I don't know.
We don't remember, but I don't like the way my hair's sticking out in the back. But there's going to be 2 crews. So Josh is going to do things around here while I go and finish out that pond. Now, there ain't much left. It's about, I'd say 15 inches in the middle. And it looks like a small little round spot, but that's probably 20 foot across. So what we're going to do is go there, put the pumps in, and pump it down even smaller. But we're bringing wood this time. So we're going to take where the wood is now. We're going to get out to that. We're going to hand down wood, put it closer to the water. As the water gets smaller and lower, we're going to take another piece of wood so that we can stand right by a 5-foot puddle, you know, 6 inches deep, and be able to scoop out all of the remaining baby bluegills. And you know, there's one of the carper left, the grass carp, and there's I think a channel cat in there we saw, or a catfish of some sort.
Yep, it was a channel cat.
Okay. Did you get any of these? Or are you caught up?
That's right where I'm at. So
Okay.
we got EQ Lustar 737. Sorry if I just butchered the name, buddy.
Blue Star. That sounds about right.
Chimed in for $5. Said,
thank you.
Congrats, guys. Continuing to pray for all of you.
Aw.
God bless.
Thank you. Thank you. I love that. I appreciate that.
We got Redneck Aquatics for $5. Said, congratulations.
He's trying to get everybody drunk.
Just letting you know I'm here. Loving the show like always. Love you both, my brothers.
Redneck Aquatics.
Cheers to you, bud.
Mad love to you. Thank you very much.
Oh, we got Roger coming tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's the other one. Roger Dillon. No, he's coming Sunday.
He's coming in the nighttime, staying the night so he can leave with me Sunday morning.
Okay, gotcha. So he's missing all the work tomorrow.
That'll be another exciting trip. We are going to rescue. So listen to
this is a story.
This is just
this is what we're
another
doing
episode
Sunday.
of good-hearted people out there. So this lady got in contact with us. She has a large Pacu. She's moving. She can't fit her tank into the new house, so she needed to find something to do with the fish. She didn't want the fish going to just someone. She knew if the fish came to us, it would either stay with us or we found it a appropriate home that public zoo or aquarium, something like that, because it is a large Pacu. So she contacted us, and we went ahead and set up this trip to go get the Pacu. And she said, well, he's in a 560-gallon tank. I can't take the tank with me. I just bought it brand new. No, it's 560.
Okay.
And she said, I just bought it brand new 3 years ago. And she said, if you guys would like, I can donate the tank too, if you guys can use it. We said, wow, of course.
Sure.
So that's why we're getting a bunch of guys going with us on Sunday. We're picking up the Pacu, and it is a acrylic 10-foot by 3-foot by 30-inch tank, and we got the tank and stand, and we should be there Sunday.
So we got to have Josh went and got the trailer from the rental place today, so that it's here. The guy said, "Look, I don't want to work tomorrow. Come pick it up today. You can have it for the weekend. I'll charge you for the one day." We're like, okay. So we got the trailer here already. We're gonna work tomorrow and get both of these jobs done. Josh is gonna work around the rescue and get some stuff done around here. I'm gonna go out and do the pond thing, and then we're gonna come back and we'll make videos. Of course, you guys will always have a video of everything we do. And then Sunday, he's taking off with a bunch of guys, and I might even go with him if Tracy isn't home. If she's home already, I have to stay here, of course. But if she's not coming home until like Monday or Tuesday, then I can go with them, and we'll head out there and get this tank and get you some more videos. And of course, Will Star's coming, so you'll have the behind-the-scenes videos also. Now, Will Star takes a lot more video, and he lets them go for like a half hour at a time. He's not on there to try and you know, get the best ratings on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. We're trying to put out quality and real quick and give you what you want to see. He just goes off and talks and shows things. So you get to see a lot of stuff that wouldn't make it on our editing table. So, you know, it's a look behind the scenes of what we're doing of the video you just saw, because he always waits till after we put our video out, and then he puts his out of the behind the scenes of that video.
But it's also been helping him
grow. Helping him big time.
He's gained, you know, a couple hundred subs just in the short time that he's been doing this with us.
Well, he went from and you know, Will's a good guy, but he was playing the video game and then video and that, and then he put out a video about it, and you know, video been up for like 2 weeks and it's got 18 views. He's so happy he's getting 800, 900, 1,000 views per video now. He's like, this is amazing.
Oh, I messed up. My phone. Did that thing again.
Gotcha. Did you get the K-Stew?
Yes, so we are back to the Super Chats. We got K-Stew for $5. He said, this background is perfect. I am loving this. Thanks for the hard work, guys. 100K. Can't wait to see 1 million soon.
Yes, I'll drink to that. I love hanging out with you guys Friday nights. Thank you, K-Stew. Appreciate that.
So we got Tammy Denny for $10. She said, congratulations on 100K and hashtag Team Tracy.
Aw, thank you.
We got Pamela Houston for $20, and she said, you are amazing. Well, thank you.
Did you say, Josh, you're amazing?
No, she put the little dancing emoji guy, says, you're amazing.
She was talking to me. Eva Tardino says, Big Rich, Josh, congratulations.
I was just going to read that.
Oh, was you? Go ahead, I'll let you.
No, go for it.
She says, congratulations. So consume, everybody. And the video on the pond rescue, I laughed harder than you, Rich. Go Team Tracy with the prayers and stay fishy, my friends. I love that. Thank you, Eva.
So we got the Mulleted Aquarist for $2. Said, have y'all thought of streaming on Twitch?
No. We basically, here's what we do. We get the work done that we need to do, and we're trying to build this whole rescue thing, and you know, and put our heart and soul into it. And then I started doing the YouTube thing because, you know, you can make a couple bucks from the advertisements and all that, and it would help out the rescue. So I'm not a professional videographer. I'm not a professional editor. I don't pay nobody. We don't have the money to pay people for a job. So I just carry the camera and do as we work and you know, show things and, you know, let our people follow along. And it's turned into this big thing now. And Greg Woodstock gets so mad at me. He's like, I don't understand you. You're micromanaging. You're doing your own editing when you're doing a job someone gets paid $5 an hour to do, and you could be off in Florida at some other YouTuber's house and doing another video and letting them edit. But he pays $100 a video for editing. He sends it out and it gets edited and he sends it back. And if he has to, he sends it back with a few notes. and then it gets put up. That frees up his time. Well, it can't free up my time because I don't have the money to fly to California to go visit this guy, or Florida to go visit, Paul Cafaro or Raw Fishing or Predatory Fins. I don't have that kind of money. If I had that kind of money, I'd have more into the rescue. I'm keeping a fine line between paying all of our bills, which are expensive here, and running the rescue. The rescue gets what it gets, and the bills have to get paid. That's why we don't have a no frills. Most of our tanks don't have no gravel, no nothing. There's no backgrounds. It's a container to hold the fish, If we had spare money, we would buy. Sure, every one of our tanks would have a, what's the name of the rock company we got the thing from? Ultimate Rocks? United Rocks? The guy that gave us the pool coverings.
Oh, that's a Universal Rocks.
Universal, that's it. My buddy Stuart Dunn, he owns Universal Rocks. Now, you can see all this right here on this pool. That's fake rock background. He sold that to us for $1,000. Now, I looked this up and it was like 15 grand, enough to do this pool with. He gave it to us for $1,000. So anytime I can mention him and use his backgrounds, we will. So if I had the spare money, every single one of our fish tanks would have a Universal Rocks fake rock background in the tank. For sure, they look awesome. I mean, they're so realistic. They got ones with tree roots. They got ones with, like bricks. They got, natural pond wall rocks and stuff. I mean, but we don't waste money on frills. We waste money on stuff like food, electric, gas, water, sewer, A luxury to us is paying our phone bill. The fish have to eat. That food comes in first, So, people don't get it, and they're like, just like with that scape off, we didn't go buy nothing. We used the stuff. Well, we were supposed to use the stuff we had laying here. But,
You're still sour about that?
You stop it. You sneaked your way into that win.
Not at all.
He was complaining about all this. We have 3 tubs full of decorations and then 3 tubs full of rocks. And he's like, I don't know why you don't throw this stuff away. I'm like, Josh, I've been saving that. I didn't say
throw it away. I said give it away.
Yeah, you did say that. So, he's just aggravated because it's in our way. I'm like, well, let's do these new tanks. Let's have a scape off and use this stuff up. I thought it was a great idea. You build what you can build out of these parts. I'll build what I can build out of these parts, and we'll just have a scape off. Now, a lot of people took that scape off as, Rich's best ability and Josh's best ability. But that's not what it was. Otherwise, I'd have a Universal Rocks background. I'd have live plants, and I would just knock it out of the park. We were trying to get this stuff out of our way and then build these 2 tanks. Well, this guy, I can't compete with that, with a box of like fake rocks and fake plants. And he's out there, getting the rocks out of the river. And someone actually says, man, that looks like someone took a chunk out of the river and put it in the tank. I'm like, yeah, because it came out of the river. No, you did an awesome job on that, and it does look good. I do like it. The only thing I have criticism to say, you need to get that purple Solo cup out of that tank. It don't match the decorations.
Oh, this thing keeps doing it to me. Alright, so never mind, I lost the comment. I'm sorry, guys. There was a good question in there. But moving on, we got Miss Metalhead Prime for $5. She said, congrats on 100K. Loving the pond build. Praying for Tracy.
Aww.
Hashtag Team Tracy. Hashtag Shut Up Roger. And hashtag congrats.
I love her. She's such a sweetheart. Her and Josh came out. Her name's Jessica. Her and Josh came out, and we had such a good time here. They were actually supposed to come out sometime this week or next weekend, and Mr. Metalhead just found out that, some people at his work were tested positive for COVID, so he's isolating now, and he can't take the chance of coming here because we can't give Tracy any exposure to something like that. It would be detrimental to her, So he's going to hold off for a couple weeks until all this is taken care of before he'll come back over. So here's to you guys. I'll see you in a couple weeks. We'll still have fun.
All right, so we have old for $20. Say congrats on OFR. Question. I've got a ton of pothos growing out of my tank.
Awesome.
It has this white fungus growing under and on top of the leaves. Any idea what it is and how to get rid of it?
What was
God
that, Josh?
bless and congrats again. I know exactly what this is. It's a little white fluff, and it's somewhat sticky. They are actually called mealybugs, and they are a problem.
They will kill the plant.
Yeah, so they're actually sucking the life out of the plant.
But we have the fix.
And they multiply like it is their day job. The only thing you can do, and I've used it, it works. One, you could put Dawn dish soap into a squirt bottle, and the soap actually eats away into the coating on their body, and it actually kills them. Or you can take alcohol, mix it with water, and go ahead and spray it directly on them.
You got to tell them how much of each.
Well, with the
spray
Dawn dish
bottle?
soap,
Yeah.
you could just add in a couple drops just to where it's, soapy water. But the alcohol, it's 50-50. Or at least that's what I do.
Into a spray bottle, and then you just mist it, and it kills them. We had mealybugs all over our plants, and our plants were all looking terrible. Josh went out there and sprayed them all down with this rubbing alcohol stuff, and they were all dead, and our plants are back growing good again. He actually went out there with a rag and wiped off each leaf that they were on, and everything's working good now. So it's an easy fix.
And they also don't like the cold weather. So in the winter time, you'll see mealybug populations decline. That's pretty much when you can go in there with the alcohol and really eradicate the whole thing. But usually you buy a new plant at the store, you don't think to check underneath the leaves for a little tiny white bug, and then they multiply. So very common and an easy fix. We got Ethan Mayo for $20. Said, congrats on 100K. I have a quick question. I have a 100-gallon Mbuna African cichlid tank. My largest yellow lab has purple and blue looking on his gills. Any ideas or something I should worry about? I don't. It's kind of hard to answer that without a picture. If it's purple and blue, that doesn't really tell me that it is a disease. So I mean, if you can send us a picture, I'd be more than happy to help. But it's kind of hard to decipher without seeing it, bud.
Yeah, sorry about that. Patty comes in and says, when you're addicted to OFR, you can't get enough. Can I get an amen? Amen, Patty.
Julie Fleming chimed in for $1. She didn't say anything.
Thank you, Julie.
We got Seth Booney for $5. Said, congrats on the 100K. You guys
Awesome.
deserve it. We miss you guys. Wish we could come up, but we are with you in spirits. Congrats
Awesome,
and
awesome.
Team Tracy.
Team Tracy. Thank you and consume, because you said congrats, and I just said it, so consume twice. Now we got, on here I just saw, where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, the Golden Grot says, have you ever had Australian natives? Yes, we have. We had one of my favorite fish forever was the Australian lungfish, and this thing was it was my baby. You could play with it. You could pick it up. You could take it out of the water. It was a lungfish. They're labyrinth breathers. So labyrinth fish. You can take them out of the water and they'd be fine for a while, And in their native areas, they go from pond to lake to river, whatever. And they're awesome creatures. But now, because they hit the CITES list, they're so expensive. We found them for
Right now they're about $1,500.
$1,500 for a 6-inch baby that may or may not live. So they're kind of up there now. And you have to pre-order it. You can pay that money and you get your fish like 4 months later.
We got Adele Parkinson for $3. She said, many thanks to everyone for getting OFR to 100K.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Okay, now here, our buddy Jack and Dan says, Pamela's going to be coming with us tomorrow. That's his physical trainer girl. She's very built. She's into physical fitness. She'll be coming here tomorrow. So Jack and Daniel, it sounds like they're coming tomorrow. So they'll be here tomorrow working on the 2200. So you'll have to, say hi to them for me. I won't be here, Jack. I'm sorry, buddy. I might be back, while you're still here. I don't know.
Alrighty, so moving on. We got Colin Doyle for $25. Said, congrats, guys. So well deserved. Love our Friday evenings with y'all and everyone. Fish people are awesome. Congrats again. Can't express that enough.
Oh.
Alright, we got Roger Dillon for $5. He said, in it 'cause we win it. Whatever that means, Roger, but I will see you tomorrow, buddy. We got a nice...
Hold up. I got a message here from Barry Prudence. Says, let it go, Rich. You lost. Hang on. Let me delete this message real quick. No, I won't do it.
We got Their World Aquatics for $10. Said, congratulations, guys, on the 100K. I've known you guys since the old house when the tanks were in the garage. And
yes,
forbidden unspoken word I can't mention says, Josh has been running. No, he said pumpkin. Running around in his diaper. Go ahead, Josh. Break the news. All right. So there was a comment from someone up. I lost the name on it, but they were asking if we were ever going to set up a large saltwater aquarium. Well, you guys know that Joe from Their World Aquatics.
You might know him as Slow Joe.
We have been trying to get him to, speed up his operation because he's becoming the saltwater sector of OFR, basically. And he's been building out this 1,000-gallon aquarium for his bass. Well,
hasn't that been like 17 years, though?
He sent me a message, and all of a sudden he said, that's it. We're done.
What?
No, he's converting the 1,000-gallon to salt. He's not doing fresh. Been trying to convince him to do it for the longest time.
Right.
So that 1,000-gallon he's been building out will be saltwater and not fresh. Nice. He's also working on the 900-gallon salt now, and he's working on the
Didn't
whole.
He have a 700-gallon too?
Yeah, that's still fresh though.
Okay.
One day. And
so what's he going to do with his bass?
I don't know. He hasn't told me yet.
But he's been holding them over Josh's foot. Joshy, look at the size of my bass.
And then he's also working on the quarantine racks for saltwater. So when he has a new fish come in, he's got places to put them.
Right.
So that will slowly develop over the next few years. So all of our saltwater will be going to him. So
gotcha. Good deal.
We personally will not be setting up a tank, but
wait.
Joe will.
Quinn Golly says, Big Rich is so salty, they should start their saltwater rescue themselves. It's all in good fun, guys. It's all in good fun.
Oh, and again, Joe did say congratulations, so everyone must consume. And thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
I look forward to the day that I can come over there and, do a video on Joe's house and not see empty tanks, and I can actually, come and do a nice tour video. Last time I was there, gave you guys a little sneak peek and what he had set up there.
All I saw was empty tanks.
Oh, we got Pale Horse Rider for $5, and he sent a little emoticon.
Nice.
I'm just gonna say congratulations. There we go.
Guys. There you go. Let me in here. All right. Ethan Frazier says, what is the longest living fish that you guys have kept, and what is its size? I would say that has to be Schwarzenegger at this moment. It was Bert. No. Bert was just old. We didn't have him that whole time. So it has to be Schwarzenegger. Yeah, Schwarzenegger's been with us for what, 25, 26 years?
I don't think so.
How long? We got him when he was like a year and a half, and he's 26 years old now, so 25 years we've had him. We've got a picture of him at Tracy's feet in a 300-gallon tub in our dining room at the last house. And now his size now, he is 38 inches and all of 50, 55 pounds. He's humongous, and he's, Schwarzenegger. he's bulbousy. He's the big gold iridescent you see in the 4400. He's our buddy.
All right, we got Will Star for $5. He said, "What up, everyone? Sorry I'm late."
Oh, look. Bearded Fish Keeper comes in and says, "Hey, you stole my rocks." I told him, I said, one day you're going to realize, just remember this moment. One day you're going to call me up and say, "Rich, you asshole." Yes. When Josh went over to Nicholas Ever's house and got the 2 fake plants to put in his build, I was almost done with that pyramid, but I was missing a couple. I needed like 2 more. And I was like, go grab them from you remember that he took them and I didn't want to give them away, and Josh gave them to him. Grab them back and I'll use it for the build. I'll give them back to him later. And now I've decided I don't want to give them back to you, buddy. But yes, I did get your rocks, yes. Because they were part of the matching stuff, and as I was building that up, I didn't have a centerpiece, so it was going to end, not a full pyramid. The whole Mayan thing was going out the door. So your couple of rocks you took before came in very handy. Nick and Josh brought them over, and it finished it off, and we actually have 1 rock extra. So it was able to do that build, and they, the fish look great. When you get set up and you go to do that stuff, I'll give them back to you, because that's not going to stay in there forever. We're going to do a natural escape in there based on their depth and the type of rocks they have around eventually. You know what I'm saying?
So wait a minute. Did this guy over here just admit that he used something that was not in our possession?
Stop it.
Oh!
It was my possession. You gave it away. I got it back.
All right, we got Will Star for another $10. He said 100,000 subs, 1 million next.
Yes. Here's the 1 million. Will Star's in the house. Says Roger, what's up? That was a while ago.
We got I Hate Stupid People for $1, and she said 100. The little emoji. And she also chimed back in with another $5, and she said, "Keep it up." These little emoticons are
killing you.
No, they're funny. They just be dancing and stuff. We got Ethan Mayo for $50. He said, "Thanks for trying." He's the one that we try to answer in his question. Well, we will always try, bud, and we thank you very much.
Neurotic Aquatic says spray hydrogen peroxide on it. I don't know if that'll work. I know that the rubbing alcohol did work on the mealy bugs. I haven't tried hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, it might.
It might. I don't know.
I'm open to new ideas. I just thought, also, you got to watch with the hydrogen peroxide, too. If you spray too much in your water, it can affect the fish, as opposed to, like, rubbing alcohol. It
doesn't affect them
evaporates
too much.
pretty quick. So if it, you get excess dripping down the leaves, you're not really going to get too much in the water. Right.
Sammy Davis Jr. says, "Hey, Big Rich, any plans on turning that coral behind you into a fountain?" Let me move that over. Let me pull a pond right here.
As soon as right there. Joe's ready.
See, we don't want to work on that. Now, if we were going to keep this, I would definitely cut the bottom of this elkhorn coral. What's that called?
I don't remember.
I forget the name of it.
Something.
Bellhorn, something like that. It's a really expensive coral. I would drill a hole right through it and then have a pump down here pumping up, and it would overflow this and come out right here and waterfall back. Yes, but that's not the point. This is an expensive piece of coral that we can sell to somebody with a saltwater tank. This coral here is, a big, huge insert that we can sell to somebody. They're basically, instead of sitting on the back porch, we just put it in the pool until somebody wants to buy it. When we buy things like a tank or something and the stuff comes with it, we can sell these things and try and get some of our money back. Now, we always, anything that we ever sell here at the rescue is always cheaper than anyone else will sell it, so that we're giving somebody a deal, but we're also helping recoup some of our money on the things that we bought. That came in on something that was donated, and it didn't cost us nothing. But immediately after that, we had to buy the Bellagio tanks, and that cost us 15 grand, 10 for the tanks, and 4 grand for moving for a shipping company, and then $1,000 in renting the forklift and the flatbed to get them off of the semi truck that came here, because they would only deliver to a dock, and we don't have a dock. So we've got 15 grand into the Bellagio tank. So any of this extra stuff, the Bellagio chillers, the protein skimmers, the wet dry filters off of them, the big UV lights, the coral inserts, any of that helps us recoup our money. And then we would just, it ain't like we're making money and we're sitting back and eating donuts and watching TV. If we sell anything here, it goes to the rescue. So it helps out, you know. Hope that answers it.
So we have Ray Leslie for $10. Said, how's Marvin the Giant Gourami? Hashtag Team Tracy and hashtag Sauce.
He's doing good. See this right here on this left side? That's the pool. Marvin's probably in that corner right there. That's where he usually sits. He's doing good. We had to add some water to keep Marvin upright, because when we first put him in there, he was staying sideways, and I'm like, what's up with that? Then I realized, oh, well, if I physically turned him upright and his fins came out of the water, I'm like, oh, okay, it's too low. So we had to add some water. Now he's swimming around just fine. He's doing good.
Is Slow Joe gonna get her done? The never-ending question.
No, I will answer this. Slow Joe will get it done by 2027, maybe. He will get it done. I just don't know when.
All right, we got Patty for $5. I prefer to donate via PayPal, but this deserves special recognition for the 100,000 subs.
Aww.
Congratulations to Ohio Fish Rescue. XOXO.
Consume, everybody. Patty just said so. Thank you, Patty. Which brings me to, when are you going to come visit, Patty?
So we got K Stu for $5. Said, cheers to Schwarzenegger. Let's hear your stories of the fish you've had the longest in the comments.
Okay.
There we go. Get to it.
Okay, let me see. Savage and I says, Abba, Golden Dorado, and the Black Devil Catfish are my favorite. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Them are my favorites, too. The Abba knife is definitely one of my favorites. The Black Devil Cat, he wasn't really a favorite of mine. He's just another catfish, but and I didn't like it because I have to keep him in a tank by himself. But after going to Florida and visiting our buddy Victor, he runs a rescue down in southern Florida, and it's called the Aquarium
Fish Story
Aquarium and Rescue.
Yes.
And he's got some big fish, big tanks, and everything else. And we went and visited him. He had a much bigger one, and he had Tracy put on a metal suit of armor glove, chainmail glove, and just take a towel and wipe the inside of the glass. And that catfish came over from the other side and just nailed that towel and took it out of her hand, shook it around, and he don't want it in his tank. I'm like, I love that catfish.
So we got Colin Doyle for $25. Said, congratulations, guys. The amount you actually drink if you take a gulp each time within the hour and some change. Josh, you're the man. Hello from Texas, everyone.
Hello, Texas.
Cheers to you, buddy.
Yep, cheers. Here you go. And thank you.
All right. How many gallons are you up to now at the rescue? I couldn't even tell you.
Jeez, we lost count. We're over the 100,000 gallon mark, and now with the new pond, we'll probably be at 140,000 gallons once that's finished. And then we've got some plans coming up. We ain't going to tell you, but we got some things coming up that's going to change some things and switch out some things, and just you got to wait for that, because I'm sorry I can't tell you.
We got Laura M. She chimed in with $100, and she did not say anything.
Aw. $100, really?
$100.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Laura. Thank you. I'll drink to that. That's that. You know what that is? That's probably about 3 days of fish food. Maybe 4.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So thank you again. That's awesome.
All right.
Linda Watts says, I missed the Tracy update. That'll be okay. You can watch this again, and it's at the very beginning, like within the first 2 minutes. And it's all good. She's doing good. She had to go back to the hospital, but it's all good, you know. So I explained it in the beginning.
OFR always has things cooking.
We do, because we're dreamers. But we're dreamers that get off our butts and make it a reality. You know what I'm saying? So you could be a hardworking man, but if you don't dream, you don't do this crazy stuff that we do. And if you're a dreamer and you don't get off your butt, you just have dreams. We have dreams, and we get up and make it reality. This is why so many people around the world just send us messages thinking, you know, thank you for being such an inspiration, and you know, your family this, and you're such, you know, blah blah blah. I love that. I didn't realize we were inspiration for people, but I guess by the amount of work we do here, knowing it's just me and you, there's nobody else. There's some, you know, friends that come over and help us. But the daily feeding, the daily cleaning, the daily stuff that we never show, that's on us that we do anyways. And, you know, then there's the projects and stuff. So we do this stuff, and then, you know, we get messages, and this lady's like, I was so tired of messing with my 55 gallon. And then I watched your show, and I was like, oh my God, stop being a wimp and get up there and finish this 55 gallon. So I love being an inspiration, you know. If we can help out in any way, shape, or form, whether it's helping you, whether it's teaching, whether it's whatever we can do. If we're helping, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like a good person.
All right, let's go ahead and get. Ooh, tip backwards.
You're right over there.
Yeah, almost tip backwards. Let's go ahead and get some questions in the
Did you
chat.
get this one?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Sammy Davis Jr. said, "Hey Josh, what was your first fish? Do you remember?"
Ooh.
I honestly couldn't.
I bet you I can bring back a memory.
What's that?
In our old house, we had a 110 gallon with blue gravel and that red silk background.
The one that busted.
Yes. I was still in the band. We were practicing in the basement, but I made a whole Nemo tank out of it for the kids. We had, you know, Jacques, the coral banded shrimp. We had a starfish in there. We had Dory. We had them all, you know, and then a few others too. We had Jacques, or not Jacques. What's the Moorish idol? His name.
I forget his name.
I forget, but we had one of them too, and then we had a fake Moorish idol, and we had all kinds of things in there. And Josh just loved that tank. He was always, you know, because he'd stand up on his tippy toes, and he was right at the base. You know, he's up looking. He loved that tank, so I bet that was the first thing that he got into. But I was down in the basement, and we're jamming away, and we're practicing, because we were playing out 3 nights a week. And we're working on some new songs and stuff. And all of a sudden, water just started pouring down, you know, out of the ceiling. I go running upstairs, and the 110-gallon tank that was right above us had cracked from the top corner all the way down to the bottom corner on this side, and water was just spewing out. Yeah, so yeah, that was, and that was going all over our band equipment downstairs. So we had to move everything, and yeah, it was a traumatic experience.
So we got Their World Aquatics for $10. And special shout out to another military brother. Be sure to check out Joe's Tips and Tricks YouTube channel.
Who's that? Do we know them? I've seen it, the channel, but
yeah, he chimes in all the time. But Joe from Their World was giving him a shout out because he's also a military man.
Gotcha. Yeah, guys, check out his channel.
All right, there's when is guitar night? All right, how big and how old is Brutus? Brutus is approaching the 5-foot mark.
Yes.
And he just turned 2 years old back in September.
So he's, by the new year, he'll be 2.5, you know, somewhere around there. But yeah, he's grown quick. And we got Odin in the pool now, growing out. Another Arapino.
Alright. And we also got a Arapima we need picked up in Kentucky too. Or not Kentucky, Washington D.C. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear about this one.
It's there.
Is that the one at the pet store that we were?
No.
No. Okay. How big is this one?
3 foot.
3 foot. Well,
Gotta figure out a time to do it, or if someone happens to be traveling this way, and we can set up.
actually, if someone's willing to travel from down there to up here to visit the rescue, I'll send Josh on a plane down there to meet you. You can pick him up from the airport, and we can go pick up the fish, and then drive up here together. I just told you, son. How about that? He hates that. Love this guy.
Alright, so we got Adele Parkinson for $3. She said, when do we get the zipline video from Big Rich?
The next warm day that I'm not busy, how about that? If I'm sitting around eating bonbons watching TV, I'll go, I should be out there on the zip line. How about that? Because I can't remember the last time I sat around, watched TV, and ate bonbons. No, I said I'd do it, so I will do it for you guys. But, it's been raining the last 3-4 days, and we've had the pond covered. We haven't been able to work on the pond, so we've been doing a lot of other projects inside and stuff, and, getting other things caught up. And so, the weather's, there's going to rain tomorrow. Not tomorrow. It's going to rain Sunday. And then it's going to be clear for a week. So things will dry up and we can get back out there and work. And that's when I can get back out there and do the video for the zipline too.
So we got another question. How big is the Abba Abba knife and where is he located? He's about 2 foot.
He's in a 110 at the end of our albino tank. So if you walk in the back door, the albino 2200 is on the left. You walk past it, he's on the very end on the 6 foot wide part of the albino tank. As soon as you turn the corner, it's right here, touching the tank.
Do you keep written records of each rescue fish, sort of a passport of their life so far? No.
No, we haven't.
Too many.
Yeah. We need to start doing something like that because as a rescue, a 501c3, anything under 100,000 donations, we don't even have to file taxes. They go, do you make over 100,000 in donations? We mark no. They go, thank you. You have filed your 501c3, taxes. So, but we're getting, in the next, I see years to come, it will get over that. We write a receipt out for, donations of this and it's $1,000. We write a receipt out for donations of that and it's $5,000. When that adds up more than 100,000, we have to actually list everything that we've taken in and write it down, and do the taxes on it and all that kind of stuff. So right now we're kind of in a little golden moment time. We're growing and it's easier for the taxes area, but being the 501c3, taxes are going to start really kicking in when we start making, we got to watch our receipts and what we write out and everything else. You got to stay up and up because IRS is always watching.
So we have a question of what is our favorite eel, and that would have to be the fire eel. They're so personable. They're like little water puppies, and they're just...
They eat anything. They're just
they
happy.
get big.
And they get big, yes. Our last biggest one that died of old age, we had him forever, and he was as big around as a Coke can and then 3 foot long. It was actually a little bigger than a Coke can.
The biggest fire eel I've ever seen, he was up in Canada, and they measured him on the tape. He was 40 inches round, and they stuck a 2-liter pop bottle right next to him. And he was bigger round than
bigger.
2 liter.
Wow, where was this at?
I forget where, but it was some dude got it from a pet store up there, and he sent me the clip of it, and he's like, have you ever seen a fire eel this big? And I'm like, no. That is awesome. No.
Okay, Neurotic Aquatic says, would you guys ever do a big saltwater tank? Panther grouper, perhaps. You know what? I had a panther grouper a long time ago. I love that fish. It's all like a tan with black spots, and it's the coolest looking fish. I love that fish. We can't do saltwater here. I have too much water, way too much stuff. I cannot have a whole bunch of... To be able to do a water change on a saltwater tank, you have to pre-mix the water. So I need big vats holding water somewhere. We don't have the room for that. And then I can change water because it has to be the same temperature, same salinity, same pH, all that, you know.
But I will say this, if we set up a tank that big, we would be up before Joe.
This is true.
Alright, so we have Miss Metalhead Prime for $5. She said, no excuses for the zip line. Eyeliner has to do it in his leggings too.
Oh no,
Team
no one
Tracy.
wants to see that.
Hashtag shut up Roger and hashtag congrats.
Thank you, Jessica. Miss Metalhead Prime.
Alright, so we have their World Aquatic. Speaking of Joe, for $10, he said, you have a silver play button plaque coming from YouTube. Question is, where are you going to put it in the rescue? We are going to hang it.
No,
in
it's
this room.
going. No, I'm going to put double-sided sticky tape and put it right on my pillow, and I'm going to sleep on that. You think you want it in this room? I would hang it out next to like the OFR signs in the fish room.
This is the OFR studio room. That's where I put it.
All right, guys, let me show you what this is. This is where he wants to put it. It's just a black wall. Come on. There's nothing here. Let me show you off to the side. Oh, that's us. Let me move that one back.
You can't actually see the room.
Hang on 1 second. Pool pond. There we go. Nope, that's still us. Pool pond. Nope. I can't do it. I can't show you the room. But yeah, let me turn that back on. There we go.
You gotta pull that back down. You're seeing carpet in the bottom left corner. All
Oh,
right.
that's on us. Let me go to the webcam.
All right. Some more questions. Y'all should have a subscriber theme, 100K subscriber theme tank. Not a bad idea.
Patty says you definitely need a good accountant. That's one thing maybe you shouldn't do yourself. Well, right now we can do ourselves. It's very easy. But when we start taking in, when we get up into the million subscribers and we're taking in more than 100,000 in donations and stuff like that, which I don't see happening anytime soon. But when it gets to that point, if it gets to that point, then we're going to need an accountant. You know what I'm saying? And why not pay for one?
So Roger Dillon chimed in for $2. He said, "My pleasure. Make sure Big Rich doesn't stare." Speaking of him going down the zip line in his Team Tracy leggings.
Oh.
And then we got Metalhead Prime chimed in for $5. He said, "Please don't shoot Roger in HD for that video." LMAO and congrats.
Low quality for that one.
We can actually shoot it in 8K on our phones.
Yeah, we have 8K availability now.
Oh.
It doubles the size of the video, which doubles the time it takes to upload. Right now, a 4K video at 15 minutes takes about 4 hours to upload to YouTube. So we've been doing it at night and uploading while we sleep and wake up, and then I get it on before 7 o'clock. That's my goal, is 7 o'clock every morning. Today's video didn't go out until about 4 in the afternoon. We were busy. We couldn't get to it. We just did not have the time. So
let's go ahead and welcome Debbie Bybee to the members. Welcome to the Green Squad.
Oh, nice, nice. We've got Vinny's Aquatics here, says, "Neurotic, I had a saltwater grouper. Oh my God, he grew huge so quick, I had to rehome him." Awesome fish, though. They are awesome fish.
So we got Old for $10. And have you guys considered a transparency report so well-off members can cover portions of the rescue's expenses? Cough.
What does that mean?
So he is asking if we would do a transparency report
That's
to
what I
let
don't know
people
what it is.
like you're transparent about what things cost. So
Oh yeah, we can.
He said so well-off people can cover parts of the rescue's expenses.
Sure. Well, we started doing that by having people
sponsor tanks.
Yes. So Will Star sponsored the cichlid tank, and I think
Puffer
that
tank.
was the puffer tank. Yeah, that's
See,
right.
SC
Aquatics did the cichlid tank, and that was like 80 or $100 a month, and it covers all the food for that tank. And then they get a plaque with their name above it, so anytime we're videoing there, you see, Will Star Gaming or SC Aquatics in that video, And it was a good idea. It helps out, and it helps us buy more, quality food for them. Instead of trying to find the cheapest food to feed the guys, we can spend more money and get better food,
So if you want to be sent that list, you can always message me, and we can talk about that. I have
nothing to hide at all. I live my life in the eyes of the camera, and I have Strongsville City here. It was all the time for all the building we were doing, and I gave them all access to the records and everything that we do. So because they were trying to prove I'm running a business from here, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm running a rescue. I just take in fish. I'm not selling nothing. And this is why we don't sell fish, and because people can construe that as a business, and then they can put a cease and desist order on our front lawn.
Right. Wow, we've been cooking along tonight.
Wait. Adele Parkinson says, "Shut up, Roger." I love that.
So we got Sue Ann Campbell. She said, "Myself and my husband love to watch you guys. You have helped us so much and kept us entertained for over a year. We are trying to get from West Virginia to visit and help.
Yes,
Stay
come
fishy
on
and
up
congrats."
anytime. Love that, and we'd love that kind of stuff. And we have a good time when you're here. Ask anybody that's visited before. We have a good time. I treat everybody like my family. Eva Tadino says, "Big Rich, what was the name of your band?" Oh, okay. Well, that depends. I was in Dirty Tricks. I was in Running Wild, and then I was in Third Degree for 18 years, and then I was in a side project with Jeff Hatrix doing a Judas Priest coffee band for about 6 months, and then I was in the last band was Ultraviolence, and that band was going to take over the world. Trust me, everybody was so talented. It was amazing. I was just happy to be there. Hairs on the back of my neck standing up as these guys are playing. I was just like, I can't believe I'm in this band. It was so great, and it ended tragically. So that was the end of the music career, and I hung up my guitars and I went on about my business and doing other things. I still pick up the guitar when I drink a little bit and play along with, I'll sit there on the radio and just play along with songs that come on. I know this song. I know like 300 some songs, but now the memory's getting to where I don't remember the leads of, all of the songs. I barely remember the changes and stuff like that, but I can still play it. It's just, I need to get back into it, for like 3 months straight and just play a set list of 100 songs, just play them over and over and again, and just get back to memory and get back to the fluid movement again. It's been probably 6-7 years that I've been in a band now.
All right, so we got Mark Edmond. He said, "You guys could get a fuel or electricity sponsor?" ?
That would be awesome. Oh my God, that would be awesome.
I sure would.
Here, this food, and this is brought to you by this electric company. I would love to. Mark Edmond says that Ultraviolence stuff was killer. I don't know how you heard it, but yes, it was. I appreciate it.
You put your music.
On the videos. Yeah, little clips of it here and there. Yeah. Because I can't get no copyright infringement. I can put my music on there. Silverback says, "When you going to take the Harley out for a full detail clean and ride?" Well, you know what? That was Tracy's thing. I would, when I got the umption to go ride, I'd pull it out. I'd start it. I'd get it running and it'd be good. I'd let it sit there. She'd go out there and she'd polish this thing. And she'd go, "I'm done polishing. Can we go now?" Tracy loved going on, and she loves riding on the back of the Harley, but she didn't really like riding on the back of the four-wheelers. That's why I had to get her own go-kart. And then, because I had to stop and get off mine all the time to get her unstuck, I got her the go-kart that has reverse and auto start. That'll shut her up. And she loved that little thing. I put her a 1400 watt stereo with 4 speakers up in here, and she was just cruising around listening to her music. And she could somewhere, she'd put it in reverse and back out. She can auto start it, and with the key. She loved that little go-kart. So I miss them days. That was only a couple years ago. I just sold the go-kart because it was in our way. Figuring I'd get her a side-by-side, when she wakes back up. That type of thing.
We got Rick's Aquatics by Rick Ferguson chimed in for $5. And
hey, Rick. That's our preacher buddy, Rick Ferguson from Michigan. He's
glad to have you on the show.
Glad to have you here, Rick. He's a good guy. He brought his kids out. Now here, this is a testament of OFR. Rick Ferguson, who is a preacher, brought his children out and spent the night at our house, and we had a blast. We played a game called what was that jelly bean game?
Bean Boozled.
Bean Boozled. So you had to spin your thing, and it tells you, what chocolate or whatever bean you had to eat. But all the brown ones were either like, chocolate
pudding or dog poop.
Or dog poop. The white ones were like barf or coconut. So, and you couldn't tell until you put it in your mouth and you chewed for a few minutes. And then all of a sudden it was like, that's pretty good. Or, oh, the game was so funny. We had such a good time with Rick and his kids here.
All right, so we got Ray Leslie for $5. Said, where can we listen to Ultraviolence?
Well, we never... We hit the studio, and I have the 4 tracks of the studio. We never put them out. So they're not on the internet. They're not, anywhere. The previous bass player for Ultraviolence, he's the guy I replaced, Chris Barwise. Very talented guy. He put them on SoundCloud. So you've got all 4 of the originals on SoundCloud. You got to look up Chris Barwise, and then you can hear them on there. I have my copies here that I put into the videos of me playing, but the Ultraviolence you're going to hear is with Chris playing, and then I had to take over his job as he's had a kid and stuff like that. He had to quit Ultraviolence, so I moved in and I took over his job, and I played the notes exactly the way he did, so I just replaced him. But I didn't replace him and change the style. I replaced him and played exactly how it should have been played. The songs were great. And then, when the band broke up, we're all still friends and talk to this day. But I don't know what happened with our singer. Something happened medically to where he can't sing now. And he's playing guitar for other bands now. But he was the most talented singer I had ever. Well, him and Jeff Hatrix were really awesome. But Jim Davenport played the lead guitar better than I can, and so did Len Lentock, played lead guitar better than me, and they both just dueled all the time on the songs. They just went back and forth. You could hear the difference between them, and they dueled themselves. And then Eric Barris on the drums was the most spasmodic drummer I've ever seen. He had a full 24-inch dual Tama setup with a Gibraltar full cage and just cymbals everywhere. The first time I seen him play, someone was like, wait till you get a load of this. And I go into the room, I'm like, how you doing, Big Rich? And he's like, hey, I'm Eric. Skinny little kid. All of a sudden, he started playing, and I jumped back. I moved away from the drums. This guy was spasmodic. He broke sticks. I got him aluminum sticks, and he broke them. I have one in my basement right now hanging on the wall, a broken aluminum stick hanging right next to his obituary because he's the one that died and caused the band to, we split up and we just stopped after that. It was very traumatic. But I have it right on the wall. He broke an aluminum stick. How do you break an aluminum stick on a drum head? Come on.
We got Rick's Aquatics by Rick Ferguson. Chime back in with another $10, and he didn't say anything. So thanks, Rick.
Oh, Rick, you're the greatest, buddy. I'm glad that, I can call you my friend.
And we can welcome Julie Fleming to the Green Crew. She just signed up. No, that was another person. This is
okay.
New.
Okay. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. And guys, I've been slacking off of putting, uploading there, but I got an idea. And Will Star don't know about this, but Will Star likes to video a lot of stuff. So I'm going to have Will Star video back beyond the footages with his camera like he's doing, and then my camera, so that I can add that to the members section and nobody else sees, you know. So you might get some behind the scenes stuff. You might get some swear words. I don't know. You know, I try not to swear, but this one over here, you may have caught that because, you know, I edited today's video and I missed it. I was supposed to speed up the point where we're walking into the backyard, and he swore during there. So I'm like, I'll get to that later when I speed it up, because I'll mute the video and I'll clip it here and clip it there and speed this up, and we'll just walk through the backyard real fast. I forgot to go back and do that. So on the video, today's video, you got him swearing like a trucker.
Yeah, I saw the pond, and I'm like, oh my Lanta. Because it was supposed to be...
That is not what you said.
It was supposed to be drained, and I got there, and I'm like, this ain't happening today. We got to drain it. Come back tomorrow.
No, you were more interested in, they got a pond right next door. Why didn't they just put the fish over there? You were like, F this and F that. It was very trucker related.
Oh, you guys are getting a little active on here again.
Yeah, they are. All right, so let's go with I hate stupid people. Colin Doyle, sorry I missed that last message from you. Yes, the Kansas above Texas. I don't know what that means, but
they're having sidebar convos.
Gotcha. Savage and I says, how can I donate 10 grand? Any way you want, buddy. We have PayPal. We have 10 grand. I'll fly you in here and you can hand it to me personally. And we'll give you a tour. No, there's PayPal, GoFundMe, Patreon, and then, you know, what else is there? Cash App, you know, any of that kind of stuff. So very easy, but 10 grand, really? That's amazing. You'll put your name up above the pool pond and let it hang next to Ohio Fish Rescue banner.
Oh, so we got someone who asked, who is bigger, Brutus or the short body Gar, mass wise? Brutus by tenfold.
No. That Gar is only like 4 foot, but Brutus is 5 foot, but they're both about the same roundness. Brutus is a little bit bigger than the Gar. Not tenfold. Tenfold would be 10 times. 10 of those Gars in a big round. Brutus would be this big round.
I'm just saying, mass-wise, weight. That Gar weighs nothing compared to Brutus right now.
I would say if the Gar's 35 pounds, the Brutus would be probably 50. Yeah.
But I will say, the Gar packs a louder noise than Brutus. When he smacks his tail, it sounds like a shotgun going off in there.
Oh, and when he eats, he comes up, and he just swims so slowly, just big old huge thing just comes up, and the food goes to the ground, and he'll come over and he'll nudge it with his nose, and he'll swim like he's swimming past it, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, whap! He gets it from the side. Whoa! It scares you. Josh dropped the F-bomb. Yes, he did. Metalhead Prime says, my fish love metal too.
So we got Miss Metalhead Prime for $5. Said, sending love to my main fish, Pittsburgh. Hashtag shut up, Roger. Hashtag Team Tracy. And
that
hashtag
is so funny that is taken
congrats,
off like that.
Congrats.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Miss Metalhead Prime. That's awesome of you. I keep telling people how awesome the Metalheads are. They're just a perfect couple. They're just awesome.
All right. Let's go ahead and read a few more comments, and then we can wrap this up for the night.
Oh, Reaper's here. Where's Reaper? I don't see Reaper.
Reaper chimed in for $2. He said, "Go Team Tracy and see you tomorrow."
Yes, my boy Reaper. He's coming out tomorrow to help us, and like his son Ken, he does not know what he's getting himself in for.
We got Richard Dolan said, "Josh, you're looking thin, buddy." Yes, that's because I lost about 40 pounds. I went on a extreme fat burning plunge because I had a lot of body fat.
And worked out daily with his swollen older brother.
So I've been taking pointers from him. He said, you want the body you want, listen to me, give me 6 months and I'll have you where you want. So we went on an extreme fat loss. Now we started the whole bulking process, and he's
gained 4 pounds now.
Yes. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens.
Says future swollen Josh.
All right, we got Mark Hinshaw for $5. Said 100,000 is a lot. Ever see Michigan Stadium filled to gills? Huge crowds, right? That's about 90,000 people. Way to go, guys! Congrats.
Thank you very much. It's been a long 2 years, but 100,000 in 2 years is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, and just people love the amount of energy, the amount of work, the amount of things we do. It's always interesting, whatever we do. You know. You know, like that day I came home with all that plywood, and you're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "That's your new fish tank. Let's start building it." And then we took pictures and built that 3,000-gallon tank, and our first wood build ever. And you know, that's just amazing. You know, it's this kind of stuff we do.
So we got Andy Dang said, Southern California 90 today. Your pool looks so refreshing. Love your videos. 100K. Congrats.
Oh, congrats. Drink up, guys.
Someone's asking, Princess Black Devil Catfish, when are you going to do a Pacu tank?
We actually have a Pacu tank in the works. Right now, our 3,000 is for the Pacus, but it's also for every fish that the public aquariums can come and choose from. Now, there's some fish in there that we can't get rid of, like Big Betty's in there. Smashmouth is in there. Rick Ferguson, the preacher from Michigan, he's got his...
King, the Dovai, and the Wallago-Leary.
The Wallago-Leary and the Dovai are in there, and we can't get rid of them. But when the public aquariums come out, there's 4 or 5 red tails, there's 4 or 5 tiger shovelnose, there's 4 or 5 Pacus, there's 4 or 5 iridescents in there. So people get mad at us because, oh, that 3,000's looking packed. Well, we have to pack it. Okay, I can't call a public aquarium to send a truck here every time we get a new fish. I have to wait until this tank is packed full. Then they come out and they take 3 of them, 4 of them, 6 of those, 5 of these. And then they, you know, go on back to their, because they come from like St. Louis, they come from Houston, you know, they come from, you know, Missouri, they come from, you know, Massachusetts. These are all new public aquariums opening up, and they appreciate the fact that we give them these fish for free. So I can't call them to make that kind of trip for one fish. So our 3,000 gets packed full, lots and lots of fish, and then all of a sudden it's almost empty. And then we wait until it gets full again, and then we call in the public aquariums. So that's how that works.
You guys are cracking me up with these comments.
What?
Is that Josh or The Rock?
Well, he's a pebble right now, but he'll be the Rock soon.
Said Little Rich is jacked.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Jack and Dan said you look great, Josh. Keep it up, dude. Getting healthy. Getting there. So we got Jay chimed in for $5. Said congratulations on the 100K. Can't wait to keep seeing it climb. Well, as long as you guys are here with us, we'll keep on going.
We'll keep on going.
We'll see how far we can take this boat. There's not really someone out there who's, you know, done a rescue of this size, and we look forward to the growth just as much as anyone else out there, you know.
Except for when Josh is sick, because then he's like, I don't want to deal with this. Just leave me alone.
And we got Roger Dillon for $2. He said, one time in band camp,
Oh,
OFR
no.
got to 100K. Congrats.
Roger's drinking. You know it.
As Emma's Vintage says, as someone from overseas, I love watching how knowledgeable you both are on all of your fish. Also, you have more species than some large commercial aquariums.
This is true.
Yep. And
I wish we were backed by, government grants and like the public aquariums are, because we would hit it out of the park. If we had endless amounts of money to do this kind of stuff with, we would just make a South American species tank, and it'd all be red tails and Pacus and all that kind of stuff. And then we'd have a South.
But just think how many people would come back to visit to see fish that they've dropped off, and that
Right.
was my my Pacu or my red tail, knowing
Yeah.
they're in these exhibits. It would just be a good
We
model.
have that now. We have Stephen from New York on the 16th floor. We got his Pacu named Paco, and he's coming to visit him. Now from New York. That's a 9-hour drive. Him and his wife Val are coming out here to visit and check out their fish, and I love that kind of stuff, and people love that story too, because I'm the only one that can take care of my fish, and people believe that. No one would take care of them like I do. But when they get so big and you make the decision to give it to OFR because you trust and you believe everything you've seen and heard, they'll take care of your fish, and then you can go and visit. That is such a nice thing, I love that.
Oh man.
What?
Just got a message from Jane. She said, "Hey Josh, I'm afraid I have to cancel. My husband is giving me a really hard time about donating the tank. So that trailer I just rented today to go on the trip, you can't cancel it."
Aw.
Is what it is. It's
We
all right.
have the trailer. We paid for it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Sorry guys, I'm just taking care of business as it comes
Wow, that 540-gallon tank
Sorry
is
to
no longer
hear.
coming here.
in. I just picked
See, things like this make you want to cry,
trailer today.
So we already rented the trailer, Ask her why he's giving her such a hard time. Is it he wants to sell it? Does he want some money? What's the deal? And we paid for the trailer. If she can give us the tank at a cheaper rate instead of free, see, Vinny's Aquatic says, "Who are the three that gave this a thumbs down? You three have issues." Vinny's always great for a laugh. I love Vinny. Okay, Chris Hoffman says, "What happened to Bruiser the Arapima?" We have ignored this question so long.
But we've also answered it too. So, Brutus is a big old meanie. So, the first time we put Bruiser into the pond, Brutus tore after him.
No, not at first. We put him in about 7 o'clock at night, and we were out there.
No, that's the wrong story. The first time we put him in there, Brutus viciously went after him. We had to catch him back out about an hour later.
Yeah.
And then we had to grow Bruiser out about another foot on the inside pond in the fish room. And then we were ready. This is when now Bruiser was about 3 foot. And we went ahead. We
Brutus
overfed
was about
Brutus.
4 foot.
Yes. We overfed Brutus. We fed him like 2 pounds of food.
Put him in there.
And then
everything
we
was
also
great.
added in 4 fish with Bruiser, so he wasn't just a single new fish. We put in four fish.
Big iridescence and stuff. And, everything, they got along fine. Brutus didn't bother him for 3-4 hours. Everything was fine. We went to bed. We woke up in the morning and Bruiser was just gasping for air at the top, all chewed up, tore up. And if anybody knows arapimas, they're very skittish fish. Well, at 7 o'clock in the morning, we've seen this. We got him out. We put him back into the pool over there, and he proceeded to just get worse and worse and worse, and then he passed. It was very, very upsetting, very painful. You know, I could kick myself in the butt for not getting up in the middle of the night and going out and checking, but there's nothing I can do about it now. It's already passed. So Bruiser died because Brutus was just fin nipping the tar out of him and chasing him everywhere. And Arapaima are skittish fish. So that's I hope that's the last time I have to say that story. I hate that. That hurt so bad.
All right, guys. So it looks like we are losing people. The chat's kind of dying down. We went over by almost 40 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us on a Friday night.
I love hanging out with these guys.
Yeah, it was fun. So I hope to see you all next Friday. It is always fun. As always,
Stay fishy, my friends.